Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. We're almost there to the weekend again. Week's going slow, don't you think? A little bit slow this week. But man, we're getting closer. Every day gets closer. Man, I hope y'all having a good day today or good night wherever you are at in this world. It was a close one for me. I literally finished up my call at 8:58 p.m. at 2 minutes till quitting time. Had it done right at 8:50. I was like, see ya. I was like, wow, man, what a crazy time. But that's how good I am. I can knock things out just the perfect time. Well, what's going on around here? Jew G in the house. I'm doing good. How about you? Dylan said you couldn't believe he managed to get here before the stream. Nice, dude. Very nice, very nice. Gloria, how you doing tonight? Kelly, buenas noches. Good to see you. Emmanuel, hello to you. Dylan said he's doing fairly well. Just finished playing some Poor Man's Rock Mess to a few ex Japan songs. Yoshiki, nice. He says those solos get kind of tough. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a great Japanese band right there. Heavy Metal Salsa, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing great. Hope you're good out there. And Gloria said even the warm-ups sound great. Here you go. I like it. DJ B up in this house, he says was dialing in the new Straton. Very nice, very nice. That's what I'm talking about. Dial it up, man. Kelly, there you go. Obrigado. Yes, and it was. I will echo Gloria's statement. It was hot again. Blast furnace, heat wave ridiculousness in Florida. It's unbelievable. Like, do we even have an ozone layer here in Florida right now? It doesn't feel like we do. Doesn't feel like we do. But anyway, you know how the drill. I got to warm up. I didn't get to play. I almost had another song today, but I just didn't have time to finish it. I got it done on my phone, but I don't have it done here in my studio. So maybe tomorrow I'll try and sneak it in during lunch. But yeah, I got plenty. I actually found a cache of songs and stuff I was making on my phone years and years ago. I was like, wow, there's some cool ideas here. So probably do a big song dump here real soon. But we'll play what we got. Let's go. getting there. Not bad. Let's see. The next one's a guarantee we're warmed up after this one. But a lot of stuff to play. I didn't really have a set list tonight. I just didn't have time to get one, but I got a couple ideas. Let's see. King Fire in the house. Good blessings to you, my brother. Good to see you there. Thank you so much. DJ B said he's been working on his Boss GX100 with the Headrush FRR speaker. Finally, amp sounds really nice, dude. Yeah. When you get that tone dialed in and it just hits, and you know you got it, man. That's great, dude. I can't get rid of my amplitude now unless I have my Marshalls. Amplitude is my jam for life, I think. And the Tone X pedal, of course, that I bought. Because I was able to take my amplitude sound and dump it right in the Tone X. Thank God. All right, Gloria says, good evening, everyone. Hit that like button and subscribe and share this with your friends for sure. There you go, DJ B. Derail's in the house. How you doing, Derail? Good to see you. He said he heard a new band called Black Gold. I've not heard of that. Interesting. Anyone we know in it, or just a brand new band? I'll have to look that up. Shake the Stars. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Let's see what we got. All right, we got this one next. You know, I better. It's a little slow at the moment. Let me quickly just verify my tuning on this because didn't get a chance to tune my guitar prior to this, so we'll just do a quick verification. We're a little sharp. A little sharp tonight. So let's fix that. Oh, that was mega sharp. Okay. 2 to go. Yeah, we're sharp as heck. Not fun. This is what happens when you beat up these Floyd Roses like I do. Once they're in tune, but then once you start really wrangling these strings, man, it gets wild. Okay, we are good. Nice in tune. Let's open it up with a good old classic Soundtrack 11. Let's go. I like that one. That's a fun song to play. I wrote that a long time ago too. Really long time ago. Don't know why. I swear to God, everything I just keep writing stuff. You know, I think there was, even when I wasn't playing guitar, I was like writing stuff. You know, it wasn't songs, or it was just beats or this or that or melodies or, you know, stuff like that. I'm always writing something. You just never know, but it's fun to come back and you hear these songs like, wow, I can actually do something with this. That's pretty cool. A lot of great comments. People starting to hang out. We got it. Let's see what we got going on here. Feisty's in the house. Good to go. Thank you, Darrell. Thank you, Peggy. Hecky, buenas noches to you. Neighbor Play says, yo, Rick, I just DM'd you if you still want to collab. Did you send me someone? Was it you? I haven't got a chance to look at my emails last week. I think you sent me something, emailed me perhaps. I just haven't got to it, but yeah, I'll check it out, man. As long as I'm just playing a guitar solo or something like that, I really don't have time to do much other than just guitar solos. But if that's the case, buddy, I will check it. I'll be into it for sure. DJB said if he hadn't spent $600 on his Boss processor, he probably would have gone with Amplitude. I feel that, yeah. You spend the kind of money you wanna make it happen. So if it's working for you, I got nothing. Ain't no wrong with that. That's for sure. All right, Darrell said it is the Black Gold's kind of like hip hop and rock. Interesting. I'll look it up after this show, Darrell. I'm always interested in hearing some new different stuff for sure. Peggy Hecky got there. Like, do it. That's good to hear, Darrell. Yeah, it was a decent day. It wasn't too bad when, you know, it was a close call for me at the end of my work, but we made it. There you go, Gloria. Gloria's like, dang, Rick. I know. Real cozy, yes indeed. Everything you hear, unless otherwise stated, is an original. 100%. 100%. Thank you, Juji. DJ B says, when even his warm-ups make you feel like you're I feel it. I know, man. We go crazy around here sometimes. Get crazy with the warm-ups, that's for sure. Mike D, appreciate that, buddy. Real cozy. That's warming up. I know. It is for me. I have not played my guitar today all day. Not one lick. Not one note. DJ B said he loves it, though he gets inspired. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Absolutely. So he said, Rick, you're on fire there. I appreciate that. We're getting there. Mike D says, I'm new here. Thanks for having me. Just subscribe. Can't wait for some more awesome licks. Absolutely, buddy. We're going to be cranking it up for sure. For sure. Ray Free, send us. How you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, so we're going to slow it down after that Shred Fest. We're going to slow it down just a touch here. Hopefully I remember this one. This is a ballad I wrote in April of this year, it looks like. Balladish. I don't know. We'll see. Pretty nice stuff. Something different, for sure. nice chill one, you know. And I think I saw some at DJB. You don't have to play, you know, not everything has to be fast. You can put a little stuff in there, but it's all about the singing melody, I think, you know. When I try and play stuff, I try and make the melody, you know, make it the guitar sing, make it talk, make it say something. You know, shredding is cool. Ain't no doubt about it. I love to shred, but I also love to let it air out, let it flow a little bit, you know? And that's a good song for that one for sure. All right, what is up next here? How many people we got going on here? We'll play something a little different. We'll play a couple different originals tonight. Switch them around a little bit, but a lot of great comments. I appreciate everyone hanging out. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, by all means, please do so. We're on our way to a slow crawl to this 60,000. Every time we get to this, like, you know, milestone number, it's like the slowest crawl. And of course, I couldn't stream last week. It just killed me. But we're going to try and get there this week for sure. I do appreciate every single one of you that's watching. Todd Z in the house, what's up? He said, I listened to Speeder. Great sound. That song had lots of everything in it. I feel that. That's a fun song to play. Darrell said he just heard the group Bless the Five. I've heard of that group, Darrell. I never listened to them, but I've heard of them, or heard the name before. I don't think I've heard their stuff. I think it's new metalcore, whatever you call metalcore. I don't know what the kids are calling it these days. I really don't. It sounded pretty heavy. From what I understand, they're pretty heavy. Mike D said, Steve Vai vibes? Not at all. I mean, maybe. There's probably a lot of Mixolydian mode in that, but I never got into Steve Vai like that. And it was all Yngwie and Richie Blackmore and Uli Roth. Those are my favorites, man. I definitely respect Steve Vai. Ain't no doubt about that. I know, all good, Numbskull. Appreciate you, buddy. Frenchie says, thank you, Rick, for keeping rock and roll alive. Absolutely, my friend. My pleasure to do so. And DJB says, speed like Rick's is an art. There's a touch, how the pick hits the string to get the trills that fast. He's learning, and he's getting faster every day. And that's what I'm talking about right there. You're always learning. Even me, I'm still learning stuff, you know. I'm still finding new ways to do things. It's the longest journey of your life, guitar. It is. It's a long journey. Ray Free said, Rick, that song was fantastic, but just playing. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. I love that song. I think we played it on acoustic a couple weeks ago. I'll probably do it again this Saturday, because this is a nice song to play. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Juji. Keith Demel's in the house. What's up, Keith? He says, I'm here from our weekly Rick Fix. That good reminding us of all children of a metal god. There you go, brother. You know that's right. Ivan, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, DJB. Aaron Marion, what's up, buddy? There he is. He says, Rick Ren, you know how that is. Frenchie tells everyone, hit that subscribe button, man. Do it up, do it up. All right, let's see here. Why don't we'll play Opus Licks. We don't play that too often, because whatever, you know, I don't care. We're going to play it nonetheless. It's still a cool song. So here we go. If you're watching and you don't know too much about me, I have an album that's out. I re-released it last year to digital formats. You can check it out right here on my YouTube page. If you go to my YouTube channel, look for the releases tab. The entire album is there free to stream. Stream it as much as you like. Put it on your playlist, whatever you want to do. This is one of the cool songs on here called Opus Licks. Really cool one. Let's go. classic Opus Licks right there. Very nice. I always enjoyed playing one. That was a pretty popular song back in 1999. That was a pretty popular song on mp3.com. I think it spent 12 weeks on the #1 on the instrumental rock charts. Pretty cool. I don't know if that meant anything, but it meant something. That's a nice one there. That's a nice one there. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Derail. DJB says, this is guitar journey is the most fun I've ever had since being a drummer for 30 years. He loves playing guitar and being a student. That's how you gotta do it, man. I wish I knew that when I started playing, you know, just have fun. But no, for me, it was an instant. I want to be a rock star. I want to be, you know, rich and famous, living in a mansion. And that's all I thought about when I was a kid. And that's the only reason, one of the biggest reasons, you know, I wanted to do something, you know, be a rock star. And I wish someone said, just have fun, dude. Don't worry about it. If a rock stardom comes, it'll come. If it don't, it don't, you know. But no one ever told me that. So if I could go back in time, that's what I would tell myself. Guitar guy, thanks, brother. There you go, Keith. Aaron knows. Opus Licks. Actually, it's L-I-X. It's a Roman numeral. It's actually, there's a lot of meaning to the L-I-X. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Gloria. Ivan says, have you put any lyrics on songs? Yeah, of course I have. My album has 5 vocal tracks, 4 or 5 vocal tracks, yeah. And I've done albums, my friend. I've done an album with a band called Leash Law. I wrote all the songs. I was singing, you know, rock or normal metal band. And 2018 we had War of Thrones, another full band with vocals and stuff. So it's just like nowadays I make the guitar do the talking. I don't you know, if I do a singer, I got plenty of people to call if I need a singer, but I haven't had the need just yet. Thanks, DJB. Lisa Anderson in the house. How you doing tonight? She said, just mine on another channel. Taking the dogs out. No problem, no problem. Keith, thank you, buddy. No problem, Ivan. KJ Me says, Jakey Lee. Yeah, Jake's the great one, man. Love Jake. Gavin Jones in the house. He says, hello, I didn't miss your live today, so I'm happy. There you go, Gavin. Good to see that. Dial James, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Dylan says, MP3 Skull started the music discovery bug. I discovered so many bands otherwise I wouldn't have heard of trying to find bands. Yeah. MP3.com is crazy, man. And like anyone could do it. And the cool thing about it is like every time you got to play, they were paying like 25 cents a play. And it was a big site. I mean, how many like plays I got? It was a ton of plays. I made like a couple $1,000. I was like, okay. It was very crazy. DJB says, well, being 52, you don't care about being rock. I feel that, man. I don't care to be one of them. I'm still trying. I've been trying my whole life. But at least now I'm just having fun doing it and see where it takes me, you know. You never know where things could take you. I'm trying to make a video about this, you know, because I see all these people, oh, quit my guitar, this or that. Like, you know, I think of myself, you know, if I wouldn't have quit guitar, I think of all the songs I could have written, you know, when I wasn't really playing guitar, or, you know, think about something you might have done if you weren't playing guitar. So it's just like really, you just got to keep going. You just got to have fun with it. You just never know what's going to happen in your life. You could write the song that saves the world, and you quit guitar or something, you know. So it's always good to just stick around, and have some good times with it, man. Aaron said, I almost called it Opus Licks. That's how you spell it, Opus Licks. Absolutely, absolutely. Adam Roach, what's up, bro? Good to see you. He said, I'm sorry I haven't been hanging out long. That's no problem, man. Like I tell everyone, man, life always comes first. We gonna be here either way. If you got time to hang with us, we'd love to see it. But if not, looks like it's gonna be. So far, it's looking like a slow night, so that's kind of good. Because I gotta watch the South Park. South Park just played right now, and I got to see that. So we'll rip through some stuff for sure tonight. But I'm not sure if we're gonna hit that 60,000 tonight. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tall order for tonight. Everybody out partying on a Wednesday, probably. Anyway, let's kick it off with some Destiny's Call next. How about that? Another classic track. Let's do this. song ends anymore. But that's a cool one. Destiny's Call, what a lovely song that was. Very Richie Blackmore homage, I would say, for that one. That's a very fun one to play. I've always liked that one. Let's see. All right, we got a lot of comments cooking here. Let me see what we got here. Let's see. Mr. Stormtrooper says, I'm registered blind. Is it possible to play without looking at the fretboard? I would think so, yeah. I saw someone bust out the name. Jeff Healey was a blues guitar player from the late 80s, early 90s. He's legally or completely blind, both eyes. And then, yeah, he played great. He played amazingly. And look at like Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles. They're playing a piano, which is even probably more difficult. So, yeah, for sure. You just have to, obviously if you're blind, you probably know how to use your hands to feel where things are at, I suppose. So yeah, you just have to find the positionings, and then you probably have to have a good ear, at least, I would presume. If you're blind, you have your hearing senses are heightened, I would presume that. So yeah, you'll be able to hear and you just understand where to go. And yeah, it's just, they're all numbered frets. There may be things you could get to give you indications of where the frets are. That I don't know. There could be something out there, but I would say it's highly possible. Very possible. There you go, Adam. There you go, Aaron. Frenchie says, so grateful to be on the planet at the same time. I feel that, man. You got to, man. Keith Demmel dropped the super chat, brother. You rock, man. He says to stick around and have a good time. Just make yourself happy first. That's what's up, buddy. Thank you, Keith. And thank you, Aaron, for them jewels. Very nice, brother. Appreciate that. DJB says another blind guitarist, a guy on YouTube named Blake Harden. I've not heard of him. I'll have to check that out. Hey, man, that's cool, man. You gotta love anyone can overcome and adapt to the situation and do something that they love to do. It's all there. It's all there. Pomsky Pop, what's up, brother? Great to see you. Ivan says, these songs sound like something you'd hear in a video game. No disrespect. I goes, thank you, buddy. I would love it if they were in video games. Yeah. I come from the 80s where, the Shrapnel Records, classical instrumentals was the king. That was what you did. You wrote instrumental songs. And that's all that's not all I've done, but that's something I'm very good at doing, is writing, neoclassical instrumental songs. Thank you, DJB. Mike D talking about that new Battlefield 6. I don't know, buddy. I'm on the fence with that, man. I've been burned by Battlefield the last several games. Just not feeling it, man. They have a great opportunity but if they screw it up, man, I don't know. I'm gonna see. It was like I'll try the demo out for sure, or the beta, whatever. But they need to just have like a straight up, do the big Battlefield maps, and then have a big set of Call of Duty maps, like like close quarter maps like they did in Battlefield 4. I don't know why they don't do it again. Adam Roach, there you go. All that money. Mike D knows theme music for sure. Frenchie, thank you. Keith says his tinnitus is getting so bad. Oh man, that's your ear issue, correct? I had a friend that had it. I'm not sure how he recovered from it, but yeah, he said it was pretty bad for him. He's an engineer as well. But yeah, obviously see a doctor. I would say number one thing, check with a physician and a hearing doctor and see what's out there. Aaron says, no joke, gonna blast this while I shower. There you go, man. Down says, don't mind me if I ain't saying much. I'm trying to play along with Rick. There you go. Here. Parentheses, trying. Hey, man, I feel that, man. Do it up, brother. Do it up. Indy's in the house. How you doing, Indy? Good to see you tonight. Hope you're well. Adam Roach, there you go, bro. Let's see. Donald James remembers that Jeff Healey band for sure. Yep, Keith knows. He played it on his lap too. Yeah, that's crazy. It was like he played it like a pedal steel guitar or something on his lap. It was insane. Indy got the link to our best buddy here, Half Dead Shredder. Make sure you check him out. If you can click on that link, please give him a sub. Would love to see that. Evan's in the house. He already knows, man. Dr. Evans, he says tinnitus sucks. Some medications can cause it. It's called ototoxic, and he's dealing with it. So yeah, Evan might have some information for you there, Keith, on what he's taking for it. Zam says, hi Rick, what are your favorite arpeggio shapes? I mean, there's no favorites, I guess. I guess one would be the, what is this, the, does it go? Those are pretty cool. But yeah, this is the basic major and minor ones. So. Diminished. Just anything Yngwie ever did is probably what I love, you know. Major, minor, and diminished arpeggios. There's a couple jazz arpeggios that I got into when I studied jazz, but I don't play them too much. They usually fit what I'm doing. But thank you, Zan. Good to see you, and thanks for that question. Keith says, I fell in love with the blues with Don't Let Your Chance Go By. Jeff's amazing, and you don't realize how far a deep dive into Southern music will take you back through rock and roll. Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. Evan's watching on the TV. He's texting on the phone. That sounds good. That sounds good enough for me. Cletus and Clovis in the house. What's going on? He says, yo, Rick, it's Cletus and Clovis. We back. That song was the real deal, brother. I love that Black Mars Stargaze. See? Cletus and Clovis, no, because that was my homage to Richie right there. That song. I felt that was, when I wrote it, I was like, man, this is going to be my Richie Blackmore type jam. That's awesome. Good ears, guys. I love it. Captain Rich knows. They said, there will never be BF3. True that. No Char Canals, brother. No Char Canals for life. He said you had to be there to understand. I do understand. I love Battlefield 3. Battlefield Bad Company 2 also was a lovely game. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, Battlefield 3, no Char Canals all day. We cranked it out. Let's see. Where did did I miss some comments? I think I missed some comments. Okay, Evan was there, and there was Cletus. Ivan, thank you. DJ Donald says those opening licks are pretty cool on this. Thank you, buddy. Okay, I think I actually missed some comments. I apologize, I missed those comments. So I'm gonna get back in shape here. Let's see. Pomsky says 100% appreciate the tunes. Man, always checking to see what see on the feed. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Jeremy Sargent in the house. He knows. Rest in peace, Jeff Healy. He was amazing, indeed. DJ B said he tried Battlefield 4 and hated the trolling. The campaign was pretty good, but the PvP was great. Yeah, it's all right. I didn't hate it, but then they finally brought No Char Canals back, and me and my friend would just join a constant server of No Char Canals, man. That's all day, man. Indy got the link to Donald James, another one of our good friends here. Make sure you click on his link and give him a sub. We'd super appreciate that. Keith Demo says, yeah, man, there's a backing tracks of high ringing behind you. All that EDM DJing back in the day. No medical cure. I'm going to say, oh, man, that sucks, dude. I'm surprised I don't have any crazy stuff there. I sat in front of Mesa Boogie stacks and Marshall stacks my whole life, man. I think the problem is I have like a strange earwax like thing. I'd always get like, what's the word? You know, just get too much earwax, and I'd have to go to the doctor like once a year, and they like stick like a tube in my ear or something, and then just like pour water in and flush all this out. I think I just had some natural like earplugs with this earwax issue I had growing up. I don't even know. So I might have got lucky. Sades Mandela, thank you so much, buddy. Good to see you. Paga Monster, I don't even know one Nickelback song other than "This Is How You Remind Me." And no, beyond that, I don't know nothing, dude. I don't listen to Nickelback, but I appreciate you though. Sades Mandela, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. David Giorgio in the house. What's up, buddy? Cleason Close says Healy Jane with SRV is pretty. Oh, I'll bet. I don't think I've ever seen that. I have to look that up on YouTube, man. I'll bet you that's pretty sweet. Evan says ear surgeon on 7/8 hopefully will help dysfunctional eustachian tube. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I think it's EUSTACHIAN, eustachian. I believe that's what it is, but I gotcha. Yeah. Jeremy says 2 types of earwax, hard dry or the wet strange stuff. I don't remember, man. It was definitely like it would literally, if I went swimming, like it would just clog up my ear. I couldn't even barely hear, and there was nothing I could do about it. And I just had to go to the doctor. And like I said, it's this big thing. He's like, all right, it's gonna feel like you're going over Niagara Falls. And you're like, whoosh. And then I was like, I can hear again. My God, I haven't had to do it in a while. Like the last time I did it was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I think it got so bad. Keith Demo said, I don't really think it was the clubs or metal, so it was probably NSIs were raging the music at max volume while programming for less. Well, that'd do it for sure. Indy got the link to our great moderator, Ju G, YouTube site. Make sure you check her out. Click on the link and give her a sub. We'd appreciate it. Evan says, Rick, do you know Melissa or Egypt? I would appreciate it, or any. I love Egypt. We tried Melissa one night with the acoustic. I don't remember it too well, but Egypt I love, yeah. How's that going? I love that tune. Okay. Oh, Egypt. Oh, down, 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 down. I can't remember, dude. I'll listen to it. I know it in my head like crazy, man. I'll have to think about it. One of the Merciful Fates I know is whatever tune that was that a Chorus Without a Soul or something? And me and Richard Christie used to play that like constantly. I mean, Guillermo Carvalho, obrigado Brazil, good to see you, my man. Jeremy says, people blow out their hearing with the headphones without reason. True that. And I used to crank it up too when I was a kid, man. Evan says, Egypt is underrated. It's an awesome time. It is, yeah. I saw that tour when I was a kid. Not a kid, what am I talking about? I was 1994, 95. They came to Winter Park, Florida, a club called The Station. Merciful Fate was on tour. I got to meet King Diamond very briefly, but I got to hang out with the rest of the band though. Snowy Shaw was awesome because he was playing drums from that time, and I knew a little bit of Swedish, so I got to talk to Snowy in Swedish for a little bit. But man, that was cool. That was very cool. Dude, he says, please play something that'll give us those Egyptian vibes. All right. Let me think. What we got? We'll figure it out. I think I got one for you. We'll play the one Donald James likes a lot too. He says, I wonder if I should sue Mustaine and the Darrell State for damage. You could try. People are doing it, man. People do all kinds of weird stuff. There you go, Evan. There you go, Keith. Donald knows the Legend of the Headless Rider. Oh yeah, man. Some of those, when the Merciful Fate comeback, they had some really good stuff, man. There was some really good stuff. DJ B says, in-ear monitors back in 2008 through 2014 were awful. You had to crank them up as loud as they would go, and anything at the end of the show, it would be ringing so bad. And I feel that, man. I never used no. We didn't have no in-ears. The last time I toured was in 2004. We didn't have nothing but monitors at your feet and amps cranking behind you. Ray says, Rick, I can't wait till Saturday Acoustic Day. Heck yeah, man. We'll crank that out. You got it, Evan. I'll listen to it and I'll figure it out real quick tomorrow or something. Anti-pop thing, he got the tab, man. I don't need the tab. I know this song in my head. I just can't think of it, but yeah, it's a great one. I'll figure it out. It'll take me like 5 minutes probably to remember it. Oh, all right. So Juji said something about a little bit of Egyptian. What is that? Is that ode to this one? Oh, that ain't it. Yeah, what was that? That ain't it. Dang, I don't know what song was that? I wrote it recently, didn't I? That ain't it. There it is. All right, here we go. Egyptian jam session, here we go. Let's go, crank it up. That's a cool one. It's about as Egyptian as it gets. Now it's funny you mention it though. There was a song that I found in my phone archive that's super Egyptian. It's like really cool. I wanted to get that done, but maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna try and sneak it in tomorrow, and that'll be super Egyptian. This jam. I'm feeling pretty fun. It sounded fun. I was like, wow, this is cool. But we'll get to that one probably tomorrow. Hopefully, if I can swing it through. Where were we off? All right, I'm gonna play. We're gonna crank out the Holy Trinity here, and see where that takes us. A lot of great comments. Good amount of people hanging out. Good to see everyone hanging here. Oh, you're welcome, Evan. I'll take care of it. Evan said, that guitar looks extra shiny today, does it? Not too bad, not too bad. It's a nice guitar. It's like this one and that blue one, the one I had last night, it's like the best of both worlds on each one, kind of sort of like, this one has a better tremolo, but doesn't sound as good. But the other one sounds better, but has the tremolo's not as good. Like, it's so weird. Evan says, watching Sharon this morning was sad, Osborne, but yeah, I saw a little bit of it for sure. Yeah. It's going to take a little while before we all get over it, I'm sure. Indy's got a message. Shout out Rick with the super chatter, super sticker. There you go. Zach G, appreciate that, brother. Juji was feeling it. Thank you, Juji. Crystal in the house. She says, hell effing yeah, King. Thank you, Crystal. There you go, Evan. Thanks, Crystal. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Indy. Jeremy Sarge feeling that. Appreciate that. Thank you, Crystal. That's awesome. Sir King Lars in the house. What's up, brother? He says, how's it going? Good to see you live. Absolutely, my friend. Michael, thank you so much, buddy. Hello to you. Chris Liggett knows boom. The big boom. Yeah, man. That's cool, man. That's a cool song. Wrote that in May. I think that, yeah, 05-10, I think it was. Boss feeling that for sure. I like that one. I always love that harmonic minor, Phrygian vibe. All right, let's kick it off with the Fire Within on this guitar. See how that goes. Where are we at? All right, let's go. think I went into a different time zone right there. That was wild. That was a wild one there. Let's see. Appreciate y'all hanging out for that. That was crazy. Let me hit stop on this. Okay. Yeah, I definitely went into another astral plane for that one. But I hope I did okay. It felt good. A lot of great comments too. Appreciate them. Man, let me see. Oh, we got way up here tonight. Let's see. I remember Chris is okay. Indy's got a link to Anti, one of our great monitors as well. He's got a site. Click on that link if you can and give Anti a sub. We'd appreciate it. Oh, there you go, Chris. You feeling that? Evan's like, Timber. Ray says, Rick, you're on fire because my cat's climbing the bed with me and he goes to sleep. There you go. I tell you, I can soothe the savage beast, that's for sure. Thank you, Andy. DJB, appreciate it. Thank you, Crystal. Chris Liggett, there you go, brother. Aaron says, I feel the need for an evil melodies tonight. There you go, brother. Chris Liggett, there you go, man. Appreciate that. Sir Lars, King Lars says he can see the Valkyrie storming the gates of that track. Oh yeah, man, that's a track that probably could have been written in like the 1700s right there, man. That's a good one, man. Thank you, Crystal. Chris in the house, what's up, brother? He says, hey, yo, Rick Mods and Chance. Yes, sir, we're doing great. Hope you're good tonight. Indy's got that link to Chris Liggett, our good friend. Make sure if you can click on Chris's link and give him a sub. We'd appreciate that. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Let's see. Christian Clue, good morning to you, my friend. How you doing today? Aaron Marin knows there's that War of Thrones. That's what's up. Indy got that link to. We got a lot of friends with YouTube sites, so we make sure everyone gets some love. Make sure you check out Blue Mox, aka Chris, our good buddy. He's got a YouTube site. Hit him up. Christian said they got heavy rain where he's at. I feel that. I mean, we got heavy heat around here. I mean, I feel that. We could use some rain. Let's see. X in the house. What's up, buddy? He says, awesome. Thank you so much. There's Osman. Good to see you, Osman. Chris said it's been a long time since they had heavy rain. I feel that, man. It rained out of nowhere last night. Like while I was streaming last night, I heard the rain. I was like, raining? And it poured for a while. It was monsoon for a minute there, but not enough. It's still hot. Still hot. Henry, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. Thank you so much. There you go, Lisa. Oh, it's Sugar Tush. What's up, Sugar Tush? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there. Gloria, you rock. Thank you so much for that super chat. That's awesome. Thank you very, very much. King Fire says, ooh, yeah. There you go, buddy. Fired up. Thank you, Indy. Henry, appreciate that very kindly. Thank you again, Henry. Let's see. I want my comments. Man, these comments. Trying to figure all these comments out. There you go, Hosman. Good to see you, my brother. Chris says, I'm going sideways. Ordered a Epi Jerry Cantrell wine. I will torture test it. Nice, dude. That's nice. That Jerry Cantrell, man, that's no joke, man. Could probably get some sweet tones out of that thing. Don't forget, Indy's got a link to Lisa's YouTube channel. Make sure you give Lisa a subscribe. There you go, Chris. Oliver Makunda, good to see you. Says, good day. Respect to all your talent, dedication. God bless you. Cool, thanks. Thank you, buddy. God bless you and yours. I appreciate that, man. Aaron says, Acid Raid, Liquid Tension Experience. Your thoughts on the song, brother? I've never heard it, man. I never got into Liquid Tension Experience, honestly. I've maybe like one of their first albums. Maybe my friend had it and he played it for me. I sure don't remember it at all. I'll have to listen to it because, you know, that's like John Petrucci's kind of side band thing, and anything John Petrucci does is probably amazing. Ain't no doubt. There you go, Henry. Feeling that for sure. Cletus and Clovis in the house rocking hard. He said, Gloria, we see your 10 to raise your 10. There you go, guys. Thank you so much. You freaking rock, man. That is so cool. We love Cletus and Clovis and Gloria. We love everyone here. We appreciate you so much. Christian said, listening to this in the rain is awesome. There you go. Lisa got a link to Indy's upcoming stream. Make sure you click on that and get your notifications on for that. Jim420, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging. Jeremy said, you took us along for that ride. I know, I felt crazy, man. It's like, pretty much like opened my eyes, was like, am I still here? Dan Anderson, brother Dan, what's up, brother? He says, share it out and smash the likes. God bless you. God bless you too, Dan. Appreciate you, brother. Always great to see you, man. Jim 420, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Indy says, Rick is always taking us somewhere awesome. I feel that. Anti got the link to our buddy Dan Anderson. Dan Anderson is a wonderful human being. We love him. Make sure you get some subscribe action on his channel too. We appreciate that. Jeremy, we're down here in Florida, man. Hot Florida. Evan says, you're right. The purple guitar has more soul and tremolo. Sounds more, yeah. That purple guitar is magic, man. If I could just take that purple guitar's all the settings and just apply it to these other guitars, it'd be perfect. But no matter what I do, I can't get it perfectly right. And I talked to a luthier over at Dean Guitars. He does his own, he's a master whatever luthier at Dean, but he also has like a side business where he does guitars. And I was like, dude, is there any way you can take this one guitar I have and then copy the settings onto the other guitars? And he just went on this like weird tangent of weird stuff, like I'm gonna have to take this apart and do this and do that. And blah, blah. I was like, it's a yes or no question, bro. I was kind of like, you know what? I don't know about you, man. I appreciate you, but I don't think I'm gonna bring my guitar to you. Tis what it is, though. We'll see. Let's see. Lisa said it was a monster in there too. Wow, I feel it. Evan says the black guitar sounds like it needs a tube screamer. Maybe. I don't. It's the same pickups. Nothing different. It's a little less. It still has the same tone. I can still shred with it, but yeah. It's just something else, man. I don't know. But everything's the same. I got the tone knob turned up to 10 like I do. This sounds fine. I think these pickups might be either too low. I think they might be a little too low compared to the other one, honestly. Jim 420 knows Rip Ozzy, absolutely. Rest in peace. He shall be missed daily for a long, long time. Man. Charlie Escobar, what's up, my brother? Oh no, DJ B rolls up. He says, $30 I call and raise you, CNC. Dang. You rock, DJ B. We appreciate you, brother. That's awesome, man. I like that comment too, man. That rules, man. I forgot I can like these things, man. I'm so dumb. I don't know why I'm so dumb. I always forget to like I always forget to click on it and like the stuff. Man. That's very nice of you, DJ B. We truly appreciate that, brother. He said, disregard the 30. No worries, brother. Sorry, I gotta say, Ico Stars, she says, whoa, the love is real tonight. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Unbelievable. Very, very nice. It sucked, yeah, not being able to stream a whole week. Kind of messes me up, man. But I'm so glad you guys are here and welcoming me back. We're getting it done for sure. Evan says, Lars will be the next James smashes axe over his head. I know, right? Lars, what's up with Lars, man? DJB said he got paid in the morning, and Rick is worth dropping. Man, I do appreciate that, brother. Absolutely. And make sure you see Indy's got the link to DJB's site here. Make sure you check that out. And yes, Lisa's, I know, we know him as DJB, but then he changed it so, a better name for YouTube. I kind of said that, you might want to change the name. So it's easier. And I could literally put half Deaf Shredder in YouTube search, and he pops right up. That's how you do it, man. So that's good. But yeah, I rolled into one of Donald James's streams the other day. I have another account on my other phone, and it was like I started saying some stuff, and Juji figured it out, Nachi Kid figured it out, but I don't think Donald figured it out for a little bit. That's funny. Oh shoot, what's going on here, man? Cletus and Clovis said, "Keep rocking, Rick. Half Dead Shader. Call my friend." You guys rock, dude. Man, that's amazing, bro. Man, I appreciate you so much. I swear to God, man. If I ever get out on tour, man, we come see DJB. We're gonna definitely hang with Cletus and Clovis. We give Cletus and Clovis backstage passes, the whole nine, man. It would hook you guys up. That's so cool, man. One day, dang, we're trying. Jeremy Sargent's pickup height makes a huge difference. It does. And these ones they're not terrible, but that purple guitar I have is like, it's unbelievably perfect. It's like perfect. I don't even want to touch the guitar. Everything's so perfect on that thing. DJB said, the CNC calls me. There you go. You guys playing some Rick Renstrom poker in here, man. That's so funny. Oh, yeah. Gloria says it right there. You guys are amazing. So much love tonight. Absolutely, absolutely. Evan says, Jeremy, being tall does help with the ladies. It's true. My pickup height's pretty high. Cleves and close. Sorry, half deaf. Clovis is actually more than half deaf. I don't know. You guys are too much, man. Aaron says, we need a GoFundMe. We should set it up. There you go, man. He says, Rick, okay, Rick, listening for a few minutes, got to feed the dogs. No problem. Aaron knows. For a Rick Renstrom tour, that'd be amazing, dude. Metal Market now, he says, Judas Priest shirt. I've heard of that band. Oh, yeah. You know, this is one of my favorites. I actually got a Screaming for Vengeance t-shirt, too, in my quest for t-shirts. It was weird. I bought it off eBay, and the way it looked was like this classic. Oh, man. Hold on a second. What are you doing, bro? Okay. OBS wanted to disconnect. Anyway, I found this Judas Priest shirt, Screaming for Vengeance, and it was it looked like a legit, classic one. And they sent me something really weird. It was the same cut, but it's all different colors. It actually kind of looks cool. I'm looking forward to trying that. Let's see. Christopher Ray, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Don says, maybe you should take the goal off because it won't let me send the super chat because of the goal. Really? How do I guess I could. I don't matter. I just put the goal up there for whatever reason, but let me try it, Donald. It don't matter to me, man. We'll take it off. I'll say I'm going to remove the goal. All right, goal removed. Like I said, I just throw it up there just to throw it up there. I don't ever expect anything. You know how I am. I really don't. Super chats are great and all that stuff, and I truly appreciate it. It really helps me out. It helps the studio out. It helps me get further along to try and get a record going, and some new songs to get recorded, things like that. So, but you'll never hear me going, hey man, give me a super chat. I'm never like that. But I do put the goal up there because YouTube's like, hey, make a goal. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. DJB says the tips and tricks alone that you taught me are way. Oh man, I appreciate it, but like I said, I'm here to help anyone. And if anyone wants my help, let me know, man. Because I will try whatever I can. Any information I can provide to help you guys out. I spent the big money. So to learn this stuff. So if I can pass it on to you guys, I'm more happy to. And I appreciate that, DJB. I really do, brother. Evan says he praised Rob, but lasts a few more years. Yeah, I know. Rob Halford. He looks pretty. He looks pretty good, man. I mean, for how he was like 70 something too, and he's still kicking it, dude. I mean, kicking hard. He ain't like Ozzy, like that. How Ozzy was, And Rob was a pretty clean and sober type of person. He really wasn't into drugs or alcohol because he wanted his voice to be good. So obviously his age is showing when it's his voice, but he still is out there throwing it down, man, throwing it down. All right, let's see. Absolutely, Christopher. It's great to see you tonight. Andy says, should have been able to still send it. Maybe YouTube glitch. Maybe. Like I said, I don't know. The goals, whatever. It's all good. Like I said, I just throw it up there to throw it up there. Dylan says, by chance, do you have any, have you done any TV cameos? While I was looking up your past band War of Thrones, I found out Mastodon had appearance in Game of Thrones. Nice, dude. Very nice. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, overseas I did, yeah. I mean, I did a lot of... I did a couple TV shows. Let me see, Germany, Japan, and Puerto Rico, and Greece. I was on a couple different TV shows back in the day. But yeah, I don't have that footage. The one in Greece I would love to have because they filmed this entire concert of me and Wade Black doing this promo concert we did in Greece. I'd kill to see that again, but no one got it. Although I do have, I don't know if I never posted. I'm gonna have to post it. I have a Cameo. There's an app called Cameo where you can you'll spend a little bit of money and I'll say pretty much whatever you want. Or if happy birthdays or this or that. Pretty cool. I need to post that on my community page if anyone's ever interested in that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mark said, I'm waiting to see the bands, the ones I listened to as a preteen, their first name, the Wheelchair Tour. Could happen, man. Could happen. There, okay, Donald James, you rock, brother. He dropped that super chat. Seemed to work. Seemed to work. Very nice, very nice. Thank you, bro. What are y'all talking about? Huh. Start as I think. Oh, it's in the settings. Oh, okay, the settings. Yeah, I don't know, man. Who knows? Could YouTube tripping sometimes, man. Dylan says Rick's lost media. I know, right? I love to see the Japan ones too. We did a show. Captain, what's his name? Captain Wada. I think it was. It was a funny little show, man. We did in Japan. I was like, this is funny, man. But it was cool. Chris, I saw you somewhere online. I can't remember because I'm getting old. Yeah, there's been some stuff. Frankie D, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good tonight. Well, I guess we're going to do Speeder next. Let's see. Speed it up. You know the drill around here. It's a slow night, but hey, this is probably the greatest core of people right here hanging out with us tonight. So we're going to rock this speeder for you. You already know what to do, so we ain't going to tell you. Let's go. There you go, Speeder. Hope y'all safe after that one, because that did hit hard, that one. Yeesh. All right, they're good to go, good to go. Hold on, let's see. Appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. It's a nice chill night tonight. I kind of like it. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we got cooking here. Ominous voice says, go hit like real quick, everyone. Appreciate that, brother. Keith said he's nodding off in the hammock, taking the Z-Town. That's what I'm about talking about. Aaron Marin says, dude, I love Hangar 18, Area 51, if you will, Brother Rick. I don't even know that one, dude. But thank you for the super chat, number one. That's off of Rust in Peace, right? I remember hearing it. I never tried to learn. The only one was the song Hangar 18. Was there two? Hangar 18, Area 50. Isn't that That's Yngwie, I think. I got messed up. I thought it was Megadeth. I have to listen to that one. That's off like one of them albums. I stopped listening to Yngwie after Facing the Animal. I think Facing the Animal was the last Yngwie album I ever bought. And then I missed all that Unleash the Fury and the War of the Worlds or War Against All Wars or something. I stopped listening for a long while, man. I didn't pick up another Yngwie album until Tim Owens started playing it. I'll listen to that, dude. I'll listen to it. I can't even say I've heard it once, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure that's Yngwie. But thank you for that super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Much love to you, bro. Thanks, Ominous Void. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you, brother. He says he's a rockin'. He says Return to Hangar's a good one, too. I thought I was talking about Hangar 18, I know too much. You know, that Megadeth tune, which I love that song. And I used to know how to play it. I can't remember how to play it anymore. Evan said he watched a guy called Shred. He has a really good guitar theory. Yeah, Shred Master Scott, a.k.a. Scott Manthe. Yeah, for sure. That dude's a genius, dude. He has a... I don't know if he has a master's degree in music or at least a bachelor's degree in music. He's awesome. I have subscribed to him for a long time. I found him during like COVID. He used to do these things. He's this smart, man. He would take like a metal song and then recreate it in the style of like Bach or, you know, a classical, mostly Bach. He did one that was Death. He did a Death song and he basically retooled all the parts. So it was like a classical, like a Bach piece. It was freaking amazing. He had me right there. He don't play him too much guitar in his videos, but he can play. But yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's funny to watch. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Christopher. Cleus and Close said Rick is on fire tonight. Got to put Clovis to bed. He crashing. All right, guys. Have a great night, man. Have a great. And thank you so much, guys. We appreciate that. Juji said absolute face melting fire. That's how we roll. Yeah, Keith says cue the invisible whammy anti-string snap force field. I know, right? Picket fence is an ass. How you doing, brother? Let's see. Dylan says, speaking of Japan, did you get a chance to check out Buck Tick? I did, actually. Yeah, you didn't tell me they're from Japan. That's why I never heard of them. Yeah, they're pretty cool, dude. Not my cup of tea for music. But yeah, I love Japanese music, metal music. Obviously, Loudness. Most everyone knows who Loudness is, but I go deep further than that with bands like Saber Tiger, Concerto Moon. What's another one of my favorites from Japan? Galliernus. Is freaking amazing. EZO, of course. I'm trying to think of the other Japanese bands on my list. But yeah, they're pretty cool, though. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was a very, very nice music. I listened to one of the songs, that Koji Kushizaki or something like that. It took me like a while to find it because they had like 57 albums, man. They got so many freaking albums. It was unreal. But it was nice to listen, but it's nothing that blew me away or anything like that. It wasn't really metal at all. It was kind of just like hard rockish, popish. But the singer is very good. I gotta say, that singer was very, very nice. Mel Mark said, you watched some of Ozzy's funeral procession. They made people in his home. Yeah, Birmingham was packed, man. Packed like crazy. Thank you, Frankie. Todzy, there you go, brother. A banger. Don says, this thing Speeder is fun to listen to. Try playing it. I know, right? It's good. It gets crazy for me, too. Thank you, DJB. Vlad Kiev, good to meet you there, buddy. I'm doing great. How about you? Yeah, I was out with that Kuchezuke. That's the one I remember listening to. That's the one I looked for. He said their song "Die" felt like he was trying to prepare his fans for passing. Beautiful song. Interesting, man. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I mean, almost any Japanese band music is going to be good. They're very smart players and writers. They really write some intricate stuff. So I give them that. But yeah, it definitely wasn't. It's something I was like, yeah, this is great. You know, I would love to listen more of this. So I was like, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I went ahead and after I listened to that, I turned on Saber Tiger Invasion album, and I was like, this is where I like, man, crank it. If you can, I don't know if it's on YouTube here. Let's see what's on here. You gotta, if you want to hear a killer Japanese metal band, Saber Tiger. The guitar player's name's Akihito Kinoshita. He's unbelievable, man. Saber Tiger Invasion. Let me see if they got it. If someone's got it up on here. And then on top, really? I typed in Saber Tiger Invasion and they literally showed me Saber Tigers. Why? Oh, here you go. Full album, 1992. And they had a singer. She was a female. She was. They had a female singer named Yuko Kubota. That was unbelievable. I mean, her voice is just phenomenal, phenomenal. But check this out. If anyone's interested, this is I'm going to post a link to this band, Saber Tiger. They're from Japan. One of my favorite Japanese metal bands. Amazing guitar playing, amazing drumming, amazing bass, amazing singing, fantastic songwriting. This is my favorite album from them. No one's okay. Aaron Maris is Yngwie. I'll check that out, dude. I just fell off the Yngwie train. You know, I learned what I needed to learn. I got kind of bored of his albums. I was like, hey. Well, I'll listen to it. I've never heard it before. I don't believe I've ever heard it before. No one's someone. Good to see you, buddy. Metal Mark knows Hangar 18 is Megadeth. Yeah. Hangar 18, I know too much. Whatever. Military intelligence. Does that sound like Mustaine? Keith knows Hangar 18's Megadeth. Listen to it in the sequel, Return to Hangar. Check that out. I never heard the Return to Hangar. LVD, how's it going, buddy? There you go. Keith knows. Military intelligence, two words combined that don't make sense. There you go. That's my Dave Mustaine imitation. Hope you hear that, Dave. Keith tells us Friedman wrote the best leads. Oh yeah, dude, that whole album is like Marty Friedman's swan song of like the best leads ever. I mean, it's got Hangar 18, Tornado of Souls is probably people to this day like that's like the GOAT lead or whatever. It's so sick, man. Someone says music recreation is what made me appreciate music because, for example, take like a song you don't like, remaster in the style you do, and bam, it's a good song. And true, very true, man. Good to hear it. Picket Fences, great to see you, brother. And you got a message, everyone. Hello, everyone coming in. Please subscribe so we can see you again. Absolutely. We're crawling toward that 60K. We're gonna get there probably this week, but not tonight, I don't believe. But I appreciate everyone who is subscribed and supports me. It's amazing to see. Dylan says their style ranges a lot. I could probably chat your ear off about all kinds of bands. I'm sure, buddy. I've been to Japan, dude, and they gave me like a sack full of CDs of stuff, man. They basically just let me into this room and like take anything you like, and here's a big grocery bag. I was like, okay. I poured stuff in there, man. Mel Mark says for Japan, it's the newer bands and mostly female. So many great bands I found. Did you ever hear Saber Tiger before, Metal Mark? Because, dude, man, that's probably where a lot of these bands come from, man. Judy said the quest she's doing in Palia right now is called Shot in the Dark. That's classic. Picket Fence is going to check it out. Nice, man. Keith Demos, That Darkest Hours from the Metal Years. That's a great movie, man. I love that. I love that movie, man. I usually watch it like at least once a year. Just because it's so good. Thank you, Lisa. Metal Mark says Saber Tiger, not Saber Tooth. Correct. Just Saber Tiger. But it's a Sabra. S-A-B-R-E. Sabra Tiger. Evan says Rival Golf is gaming interesting. Is that on PlayStation? I love little golf games. Mario Golf's my favorite. I crank down some Mario Golf. Dylan says, thanks for the recognition. They formed 4 years before Buck Tick. Listen, all kinds of stuff. Absolutely, man. Indy knows. Indy got the crying face microphone. I feel it. Picket Fence is sweating out. He's sweating bullets. Sweating bullets! And Starbus is like, yeah, no. But I had to. Metal Mark says, is Dave Mustaine really nasal? I think so, yeah. It sounds like it. There you go, Evan. Rotting Christ from Greece, yeah. Aaron said, that's pretty spot on. Thank you, Aaron. Back me up. Vlad says, do you know some Ukrainian rock team? No, I don't know anything like that. Interesting. I have to look that up. No one, someone says, yeah, there it is. Watch him become a god. Metal Mark says, Tornado Souls has a crazy... It does. It's one of the best solos Marty's ever done. Charlie, how's it going? There you go, Indy. Keith says, Tornado Souls is to be played on my iPod on repeat when they push my funeral pyre on the... There you go, buddy. Mavis, what's going on, everybody? Evan says, Russian tanks going boom is pretty metal. There you go. Dylan says, I can't think of a song to recommend off the top of my head. If you want to check out a different Japanese band, check out Nocturnal Bloodlust. Dang. So many out there. Metal Mark says, I've never heard Saber Tiger, just loudness. Dude, Metal Mark, I know you love them Japanese bands. Check that link out. It's the first album they came out called Invasion. And I think that's the only album she sang on. I think she sang on 2 albums. And then she just stopped singing. I think she went to become like a TV star or something in Japan, from what I remember hearing. And then they got a male singer. She came back about a year and a half ago. I'm friends with Akihito Kinoshita on Facebook, and he posted it like they were doing a reunion tour. And I was like, oh my God, dude. But it's only in Japan, of course. I would have loved to see that. Joe Edward in the house. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you there. All right, let's crank out the storm ride. Hopefully, if it's raining where you're at, let's see if we can let's see if we can ride that storm together and get that rain out of there. But let's go with Storm Rider. You know how we do it. Storm Rider. If it's raining, hopefully it stopped. If you needed rain, hopefully it's raining. There, yeah, that's a classic right there. Love playing that one. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Keith Tillman said the Japanese band's Marty was influenced. Our shadow appeared on his in his crazy. Yeah, Marty moved to Japan. He learned the language, and he thrived there, man. And he did a lot of stuff in Japan. I don't know. When I was in 2000, I'm gonna find that picture. I have the picture somewhere over here with me and Marty in Japan. I gotta get that picture. I'll bring it. I'm gonna pull it out for tomorrow. So make sure if you want to see the picture of me and Marty, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll have it tomorrow. I think I know where it's at. Anti says the Judas Priest live. I was keep telling you about. Yeah. I watched it. Yeah, I remember that one. I might even have it, dude, on DVD. I've got a bunch of Judas Priest DVDs sitting over there in the back. As you can see, there's a DVD case. There's like 4 stacks of DVDs there. I might have that one, but I remember seeing that. Yeah, I remember that. Did you watch the 1982 Judas Priest in wherever that was, Tennessee or whatever the heck they were? That was my favorite one. When I was like a little kid, maybe it must have been 11 or 12. Judas Priest was on. They did a Judas Priest concert on MTV, and it was like the Screaming for Vengeance tour, and it was like maybe about an hour long. It's actually longer, but MTV condensed it to about an hour. And I had it on video. I videotaped it off of MTV, and I watched that thing like constantly. It was one of the greatest things I ever saw in my life back then. DJ B says, I thought Yngwie had an ego issue. No comparison to Dave the douche noodle mistake. I don't know anything about Dave, honestly. I know he was like kind of, I remember in that movie, he was like kind of like, Mr. Cool or whatever. But yeah, I never really listened to any interviews of his. Evan says, yeah, that's right. Evan was talking about that too. He said, that's Evan's favorite too. What about that Live in London with Tim Rep-Owens? That's a good one too. I enjoyed that one. Keith Demo says, when Mustain's first book came out, he read it, then he wrote his college psych book on it. Dang, dude. Dylan says, Dave Mustaine. There you go. Joe Edward knows Rick is a legend, people. Check out his early stuff when he was with Rob Rock. Oh, yeah, man. We did some wild stuff back then. Cooking Coasters, what's up there? He says, do you know Dave Suzuki? He's a great multi-musician from Vital Remains. I've heard Vital Remains. I didn't know that was his name. Yeah, I remember a friend of mine used to play me a lot of that Vital Remains stuff. He's sick, man. Real sick. Anti says, must be Stain. There you go. Indy, there you go. Thank you, Joe. Frenchie got it right there. Please hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 60K. Stardust was feeling that douche noodle. I like that. Juji says, speaking of Japan, she's got an early morning Zoom with them. Oh, Ohio gozaimasu. All good, Juji. Do what you got to do. Appreciate you. You know that. Joe Edward. The work, that was amazing. Sounds like you should have been playing with the orchestra. I would have loved to. That tune is like full orchestrations right there, too. I would love to have that. Dylan says, I listen to all kinds of music. I'm not joking. He's got 4,700 songs on SoundCloud. Dang, bro. And he can't even use Amazon because the app won't load anymore. That's crazy, dude. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, if you love music, it's out there. It's out there for the taking at this point. You get yourself iTunes or Amazon or SoundCloud or YouTube Music. Everything's there, man. Everything is there. So you can explore a whole world of music. It's insane. For me, I've stopped listening to. I listen to stuff that I loved when I was a kid. A couple of different things here and there. But yeah, most of the stuff that the people tell me, I hear it, but I don't listen to it. I just hear it, which is cool. I don't think I found a band that anyone's like recommended to me. And I'm like, oh my god, this is dope. But I've probably heard it. Some stuff I've already heard, and I'm like, oh yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Keith says the speed. Always enough. I appreciate that. Let's see where we at, man. Let's see. A lot of comments. More comments than I expected. Okay, there we go. Cooking Coast, would you mind playing a riff from Flattening of Emotions or Death by Death or Suicide Machine? Oh, I wish. I love Suicide Machine. That's a great tune. The only thing I know from Death is this one, buddy. And believe me, most people know that I was very good friends with Chuck Schuldiner for probably since from 1995 to 2000. Chuck produced 2 of my band's records, or DPs, or demos. That's probably one of my favorites. That and Overactive Imagination, 2 of my favorite songs for sure. There you go, Joe. Appreciate that. Thank you, Frenchie. Zach Stone says, can you play Conflict? What's Conflict? I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Keith says, okay, I have to vertically migrate a complete network for a customer in 4.5 hours. Need a nap. No problem, Keith. Have a great night, my bro. Take care tonight. Take care tonight. DJB said, we getting a master class tonight. I'll try. Let's see. Lisa got the message there. Have a blessed night. Everyone stay safe and blessed. Absolutely. Joe Edwards says, Judas Priest Iron Maiden 5 times in Maryland, 1980 to 1982. Dang. That's the heyday right there. That's the real deals, man. That's awesome, Joe. Gloria said, I'm very tired. I'm off to bed. Have a good night, everyone. Take care, Gloria. We'll see you. Appreciate you. Onikiri, thank you so much. Anti says, not yet going to screen it. Appreciate you. Yeah, dude, it's amazing. I mean, I think the video I found on YouTube for you is like the full concert. MTV condensed it like maybe an hour and 5 minutes or something like that, if I remember. Plus, they had commercials in it. It's like, commercials? Bye. Ty M says, have you ever listened to Blotted Science? I have not. I don't even know what that is, buddy. I've heard of Weird Science, the movie. I've watched that a million times, but never Blotted Science. Mel Mark says, any other band similar to Saber Tiger in Japan during that time period? Did you ever check out Concerto Moon? That's another band that was pretty close. They had a female singer too, pretty amazing. But yeah, Concerto Moon was another great band from Japan back then. Linderman, what's up, buddy? He says, how much music do you know? I know a lot. I've got like 100 plus songs here. All originals. Surfer, say you heard of Bolt Throw? I've heard of them. I never checked them out. No, I've heard that name many times. No, yeah, Bolt Throw. Maybe, I don't know. Is that a dude named Chris Boltondahl in it by chance? I can't remember, dude. Dylan said, I'm probably going to enjoy these music recommendations. I try and remember at least type them down. And true that, man. DJ B says he got early couple days though. Today and tomorrow doctor's appointments and he's going to call it a night. I feel you, brother. Take care tonight and have a good one. Evan says bolt throw rule awesome Warmel. There you go. Ona Curie says you played the Black Sabbath riff for me. Which Black Sabbath riff is that, dude? A lot of Black Sabbath riffs. I'll give you this one. Heaven and Hell. Sing me a song, you're a singer. There you go. Dylan said, I definitely slow down over the years. Occasionally I'll find something that catches me by surprise. There you go, buddy. Dylan said, that's one of his favorite death songs. Me too, buddy. I love that one. Onikiri, there you go. Don't say, ever heard of Living Sacrifice? No, I never heard of that either, man. We didn't get access to too much stuff, man. It wasn't until we started hanging out with Chuck, from Chuck Schuldiner from Death, and he had an album collection you wouldn't believe. Like every time he went on tour, he would bring back like 50 albums or something like that. It was just like crazy, man. And then we go over there and get super high and drunk, and he'd bring out like a stack of records. We just listened to all of them all night. And I heard so much stuff. It's unbelievable, man. Ryder D says, I'm just seeing this and you look more like metal. Do you like Motley Crue? Just wondering. Yeah, I used to love Motley Crue back in the day, man. Some classic stuff for sure. The early stuff, Shout at the Devil, Too Fast for Love, those albums. Theater of Pain is all right. Not too shabby. But, yeah, I loved them back in the day for sure. There you go, Cooking. Aaron says, any Symphony X? I wish, buddy. I don't know any Symphony X. I love listening to Symphony X, but I never try to learn this stuff. Damnation Game is probably my favorite of all. Zach G says, you hear about Death to All? Yeah, buddy. Bobby Colby is a personal friend of mine since way back. Yeah, it looks good, man. I've caught some videos from them, but yeah, Bobby's posted some videos on Facebook of them. It sounds amazing. They nail everything too, man. But yeah, if you get a chance to see the Death to All tour, by all means, check it out. You cannot go wrong. It'll be a great. And yeah, Max Phelps does a great job of honoring Chuck, man, 100%. Anti said there'll be no Motley Crue without Ozzy. Six said the same. Yeah, true that, man. Ozzy loved them guys. TT says, can I get a virtual hug? Honestly, watching your videos, I work super far from my family and friends. And honestly, couldn't tell you last time I got a hug. I feel it. We got the big virtual hug for you, TT. No problem. Linderman said, I saw this band Left to Die with Rick Ross. That was awesome, man. Rick Ross, dude. Rick Ross is a character, man. I've known Rick Ross since 1993, bro. He's a character, man. I'll tell you a quick story about Rick Ross. And we'll play one more. We got to get out of here. But so, I was in my 20s, 20, 23, 24 years old. And we used to go to adult nightclubs, where ladies danced and stuff. And we went to this one. It was a real seedy one on what's called Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando, which is probably the worst of the worst. But we didn't know where else to go. That's where we went. One night we're hanging out, and there's Rick Ross. I'm like, oh my God. And we started talking, and this dude was like so vain, man. He had like this. He always had this comb in his pocket. He's always combing his hair and stuff, all constantly. And then he'd be like, yo, got the number from that chick over there, man. Got the number. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I got her number. Gonna go out later. I was like, okay, buddy. Constantly, he was always like this. Got her number. Every time we see him, yeah, bro, got her number. It's so funny. And one day, the worst thing happened though. He got super wasted at this club. Walked outside and got hit by a car. Broke his leg and arm or something like that. I was like, dang, bro. Like, you gotta watch out, man. OBT, Orange Blossom Trail, was a busy street. I'm like, you crazy, dude. Rick Ross is a character, man, for sure. Metal Mark said he saved that Saber Tiger. Let me know how you like that, buddy. Let me know how you like that one. Tazi says Vince Neil had a couple cool singles with his solo career, but man, he's not worth seeing now. No, not at all. What was that? You're invited, but your friends can't come. I remember that one. Dylan, Evan said lip sync fail in Australia. True. Dylan says, speaking of Symphony X, I ended up some X Japan. Yeah, Yoshiki. He's amazing. They're nothing alike. But X Japan is one of the biggest Japanese rock bands, if you will. And Yoshiki, that dude's a genius, man. A genius. Linderman knows. Oh, good old days, absolutely. Dalgene said, what happened? No, Rick Ross. He was one of the original lead guitar players in Death, and he played with a bunch of other different bands. But yeah, Rick Ross. This is a long time ago, too. This is like 1995 or 96, dude. So long ago. Tyrant felt that. TT says, thanks so much for the virtual hug. That doesn't seem like much, but it's a thought that counts. Really touched me, and thank you for that hug. I appreciate that, brother. We'll tell you what, we're gonna finish up the night with how about Requiem for the Lost? I haven't played that one in a minute. This one goes out to TT. Said he doesn't have too much access to anybody. And so this is the Requiem for the lost, the people that you can't get with right now and stuff like that. So this is for anyone that's lost someone in their life, for sure. Requiem for the lost, and we're going to cut it after this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And then, of course, we'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow Thursday night at 10, Friday at 10, Saturday at 9, Sunday at 9. Make sure you're subscribed and you can see my schedule. But check us out, Requiem for the Lost. the Lost. Man, that tune is something crazy there. I don't know. It takes me into a different. It's another song that takes me to a different universe. Like I just close my eyes and it happens. The song. I don't even know. It's like I don't remember what I just played. I really don't remember what I just played. I'll have to watch the playback to remember. Craziness. All right, let's see. Donald James said he saved Saber Tiger. Also racked it nice, dude. I think you'll love it, Donald. It's a smoking record, dude. Right off the cut, man. It's like banging out, man. Just banging, dude. Dylan said the MP3 set I used back in the day would throw all kinds of random stuff at you because the names are slightly really nice, dude. Kirsty Palares from Australia and her kangaroo. We love it to see you. Good to see you tonight. Anti got a link to that Rick Ross if you're interested. If you don't know who Rick Ross is, like I said, dude was a character, man. He was a character, bro. Funny dude, man. We hung out with that guy so many times at this dancer bar. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Kirsty, thank you. Evan, thanks for hanging with us, brother. There you go, Indy. She said one of her favorites. That's awesome. Thank you, Indy. Kirsty said, I love listening to you, brother. God give talent insane. Thank you so much. If I said Requiem for the Lust, that sounds like something you watch on the Playboy channel late night there. If I see that's some Showtime After Dark stuff right there, brother. What's on your mind? Quest for Gear, good to see you, buddy. Osman, thank you so much. Thank you, Motors and Music. Tyrant, appreciate that, my friend. Cajun Thoughts, thank you. Motors and Music says, Jesus loves y'all. Indeed. God bless you, Motors and Music. Thank you, Indy. Tyrant said, you nailed every single note. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you again, Tyrant. Tazi says, thank you for such a humble form of entertainment. There's really no one as like you. Great channel. Thank you, Tazi. That means a lot to me, buddy. I try really hard to, do the best I can for everyone and entertain and not to disappoint, Sometimes I do because I don't know everything, but I know a lot. But I appreciate that. That means a lot. Daniel Lemons, thank you, buddy. God bless you and your family. There you go. Donald James, no, he has Skinamax. Actually, it was Showtime After Dark. And you just called Cinemax Skinamax. That's what you called it back in the day. Dylan said he found another song might be more your style. Skull Fist, Mean Street Rider. Dang, dude. So many bands, dude. I wish I had time to listen to them all, buddy. I'll see if I can remember that one. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks to all the mods, Indy, Stardust, Juji, Gloria, Lisa, Anti. Thanks for hanging with us. We do appreciate you. In case of emergencies, usually it's pretty chill nowadays with the subscriber thingy going on. So, and thanks so much for all the super chats tonight. It was amazing. I truly appreciate that. That's a great way to welcome me back, and I'm very happy for that. So thank you, everybody. But beyond that, I'm out of here. Shall be back tomorrow night. That's Thursday, the 31st at 10 p.m. and then August the 1st at 10 p.m. yet again. And then lastly, we'll be here on the weekends at 9 p.m. So Saturday at 9, Sunday at 9. And then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled progress of just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging with us tonight. Thank you, Indy, for that. And you too, Dylan, you too, Evan. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Anti said Electric Blue. Electric Blue. Who's that? Isn't that a Debbie Gibson song? Electric Blue. Can't remember. Anyway, for sure. I do want to thank you once again. Make sure you hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. Most likely you probably did. But, everyone, I want you to stay safe out there. Take care of each other and be good to each other. Because that's all we got in this world, all right? So we'll see you later. Hope you have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you are at in the world. And we'll see you again in less than 24 hours, all right? Take care, everybody. We'll see you then.